Pardzz made it.
I was raised in a dusty estate. I've seen shit in the lift, piss in the stairway, and I've seen man rob their own friend barefaced, and I heard man kill their own friend barefaced in this dusty estate. People are fake saying that they move weight, but they sign for the JSA every Tuesday. Speak facts in your raps because this ain't a movie. Nowadays, no one really cares.
Table Talk.
Volume, episode 4.
Episode 4.
Yeah, episode 4, Table Talk. Today we're here, we're going to discuss on the new school versus old school.
Pardzz, producer and sound engineer.
Fend, artist.
Trexx, producer, artist.
Simmz and hold tight the settings. Very new.
Done
Oh,
now.
New York place.
Yeah, in the new studio, you get me?
Yeah.
Done now. In the hub, you get me?
Yeah.
Still got to think of a proper name for this.
Yeah.
Who's your best old school artist, Trexx?
Oh, mine.
Straight in. Who's your
Straight
best?
in.
Top
What?
three,
Top
straight
three.
in.
Top three.
Straight up.
Nas, Redman. Oh, fuck's sake.
I see the red ones though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nas, Redman, and probably old school. Like for me, like just content-wise, Eminem. Like like
Slim Shady.
that
Jeez.
lyrical shit. Like, but obviously that's just old school. Like US rap, innit? Like.
Do you think they've stood the test of time
Like,
against like new school guys? Obviously Eminem, like he's managed to like come through all this time, still spitting.
Yeah.
When he drops, obviously his albums and that, man. But when he spits freestyles and that, like people, they still talk about his technical ability. Redman's still rated as well. So
Yeah. And Nas as well.
yeah, of course.
For me, like, now man said the top 3 in it, old school. Like I have to say mine as well, like what Trexx said, 2 of Trexx is like Nas and Eminem. And then obviously Styles P.
Hey,
You get me?
The
Yeah,
Ghost.
Styles the
The
Ghost,
Ghost.
innit? You get me, from the Locks. So and back to like with the new school artists, yeah, like do they meet the match, innit? Like is there a match? Nah, there ain't. Like that's my opinion, innit? You see what I'm saying? I feel that a lot of these new school artists, man will go to that in a bit, innit? Like who I think I rate, innit? But like back in the days, yeah, all the old school artists, yeah, that flourished throughout the industry, like via like Nas, Jay-Z, all of them, they all had their talent in their ways. Part Biggie, innit?
Yeah.
Like, and they were all differently talented, innit? They all had different abilities. You get me? And that's, yeah, with the new school artists, I think they're overrated. A lot of them are overrated. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of them are overrated. Like that's my personal opinion still.
the times changed.
Time, yeah, I think understanding.
Internet, obviously.
Yeah,
innit?
internet,
Yeah.
social life.
Yeah.
So literally,
Social media.
obviously,
The internet.
back in the
definitely, yeah.
80s, back in the
The
80s,
internet.
like shit got real. Like shit was mad. Like rebellious attacks in America or whatever. Like LA riots and that. So the music was like reflective of that, innit?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's still that gangster element to it, but like a lot more people are living in more safer lives, innit?
Mm.
Obviously, it's happened, innit? So we got artists like Kendrick. He's sick technically, innit? But he's not a gangster, innit? So people might not feel him. They might not feel him as someone who might rap as well as him, but live that life, innit?
That
So it's just how you've grown up and who you can relate to.
Yeah, because
Because people say Kendrick's really real, innit? But
you can hear what Kendrick raps about. He comes from a real place, innit? You get me? You know he's at LA. You get me? When you hear what he raps about, and like I think a lot is the internet, because the accessibility in it. We can just get music on demand. Like anytime we want to hear a new tune, we just go on YouTube, or we go on Spotify, or we go on iTunes, or we go on whatever, any of them, innit? Hold tight all them platforms, innit? We go on any of them. Where back in the days, yeah, like when I first started listening to rap, I was getting it like hold tight to Dre, yeah, Dre. I would say to Dre, raw, I beg you make me a tape, innit? You get me? Like on tape,
Yeah, on
tape
tape,
cassette.
yeah.
Yeah. Albums were expensive, innit? You see what I'm saying? Man, as a kid, man, didn't have money to go and buy albums all the time. Like you would use your pocket money and buy an album now and again, or a single. So like I would get these tapes and I have like Biggie on there, this and that. So it was like you would have that tape, yeah, for months.
You just bang that.
And you'll be banging that, innit? You get me? And then the next man was saying, "Raw, I've got this tape of like Tupac." Raw, but obviously he's banging that, yeah. So you exchange, innit? Boom. So then he's put me onto Park, I put him onto that, and even the times when I first started listening to like Locks and that, and then the technology now started to kick in, because I had someone around my area, yeah, my brethren, Hotat Shiro, yeah, he used to, that man used to be the plug for CDs, and everyone in the ends knows about him, innit? And he bust me, he's like, bro, I could do you some deals and bust you with some albums. So then now, it was a little bit more like I had a variety, alright, cool, but all these albums that I'm listening to, it's like, you know, like it's not just put out there, these albums, they probably took a year to do, the artists, isn't it? There was videos now and again on MTV Base, whatnot, innit? So it was like, yeah, you would that music would simmer on you, it would marinate in it in your brain, you know the whole song, you know the bars, you feel it. But then now, with the new school now, like a man drop a tune on YouTube, bam, he's got a following, it's popping, everyone on Twitter is like, yeah, this tune's hard. But right, it's like they're judging, or on Instagram or on Snapchat, they're judging what we should listen to. You get me? That's how how I was looking at it, like, raw, why is everyone telling me this guy's hard, that guy's hard, innit? Like, as a fan, yeah, of music, innit, yeah, an artist needs to prove to you to be a diehard fan, innit? Rather, yeah, I feel this artist. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you get me? And now it's just more like, everyone's kind of sheepish, innit? Like, we're like, oh, this person's hot. Oh, shit. Meat Mill got slewed by a Drake. Meat Mill's whack. But man's still banging Meat Mill, bro, because he's still speaking real shit. Right, he might have lost the battle, but is he shit? You get me? Same thing, Pusha T, Drake, raw, boom. Pusha T slew Drake, but Drake still does his thing. We'll drop a tune and we will like it, innit? So that's where the new school's coming into it. It's a bit, it's mad still. You get me?
It's kind of changed.
Like technology-wise, it's like the limits, like they're open in so many ways. Like before, you'd have to go, like you said, to a studio. Now it's like you've got software, people getting more familiar with IT, and like you look at spec and stuff, you get more educated on things when you look into it, and it's easier to start making beats. Like myself, I had interest in beats, I just understood how to do it on a computer. Got the software, got a computer, you know what I'm saying, and just started making it in my room. And from there you learn more and your creation like expands. So with that you got like a gateway, like there's something there now. Before you'd have to book studio time, like, and you have to go to studio all the time, but now you can get your own studio and just like at your home, like a little creation hub, like get your own computer.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Get the software, get the
obviously it's easier
there's content online.
It's easier to make money like as an individual person, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like if you can produce, if you can rap, if you can sing, if you can mix, if you can use a computer, you could make a whole album in your flipping room, like.
Yeah.
You know, like that. You can make it in your room, like literally, and then just upload it.
And that's what a lot of the new school artists started doing as technology developed, advanced, You get me? Like even for you, so who was your like first like hip hop artist that you even listened to?
Like old school.
Yeah.
Old school would be Ice Cube. Ice Cube, Big L.
Okay, hard.
Biggie, Pac, Eazy-E, Eminem.
When did the South Side?
50 Cent.
When did the South Side that is?
Yeah, the South Side come into it.
So the southern music, like basically when I was listening to it when I was young, like I liked, it's something like that was just there, that like my cousins banged out and I started catching on to. So that's how I got into hip hop in general. Yeah, so the culture of it, understanding it, that's where like the time zone I picked up from. So then obviously as I got older and understood like things more and became more available to do things, got more resources, I started to like put myself more into that zone of music. And then I was listening to from grime to like trap, and like so when I started listening to trap I started playing around with Fruit Loops, you know, and I just got more used to Fruit Loops, started playing more of it, and then I started showing my friends at college and everyone's hurdling around me rapping and shit. And the people said I want to be on the Take a Studio, and I was like, okay, cool. Make more beats and stuff. And I just got into that momentum and everyone was like, raw, Pardzz, you need to take this serious, like, you got talent in it. So boom, I just took it serious, innit? And then eventually I met you, Fend, through links and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then boom, we started our business. But see, that's how it comes though, like back in the day, like you said, Trexx, you'd have to go out.
That's organic, innit? Yeah, that's organic.
Like a lot of my work came from networking, the internet. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's organic in a sense, though.
Like I did research. I had internet to research. There wasn't internet back then. Everything was analog. there's no reverb, like that's a VST, virtual instrument.
It's just opportunities, isn't it? If they had the internet back then, they would have done the same.
Yeah,
thing,
exactly.
innit? It's just that they didn't, innit?
It's right. One thing I did gain to realise back to like what Simmz was just saying, yeah, because a lot of these new school, when you do like research, all of their work and that they've done a lot because they got the internet, they got the camera crew around them. They could just upload. Some of them are filming themselves. You get me? Boom. They're consistent with it. So they ain't just like they're one-hit wonders. Whereas back in the days now, it'd be different. Someone might just do a one tune and it's a one-hit wonder. You get me? So like a lot of these new school guys are more prolific with it. Like they're dropping videos. That's one thing man had, like what Simmz said. So when you go back to their work, you're like, alright, cool. They might have come out in like say 2010. Yeah, but when you go back and check, like an artist like Chief Keef or Little Durk, yeah, but when you go back and check their work, you're like, raw boy, he should be in this position now because he's putting work, he's grinding, he's in the studio. Do you know what? They're Americans, innit? So no matter whether it's what age they are, from young, and all them artists we used to listen to back in the days, they were young. They've got a business mind, innit? So they know how to market their stuff. They know how to sell themselves as a brand. They know how to create this character like that Tekashi guy, innit? You see what I'm trying to say? He's a prime example. It's not just like, he's a troll, but he's got people around him, branding him and marketing him. He's people's, innit? And then labels invest and put someone and say, this white guy with fruited dreads, You know what I'm trying to say? Like, get me? Some purple dreads and that. You get me? Big him up though, innit? You see what I'm saying?
But I won't be surprised if back then there was someone like that, innit? It's just that they weren't able to like
get in.
Like they weren't able to like
someone like that.
No, but imagine there must have been some
artists like that.
But then obviously they're like, imagine going in clubs and that, they're just gonna laugh them out, innit? So they probably never got the exposure.
Or they would get snuffed, fam. No, because if they're troll, because if they're trolling every artist, innit? Raw, that back then, I'm not saying that them artists in America now are softer, but I think the internet has made them fall back. The internet's made them fall back because it's world star. So obviously, a man like Tekashi, if he was going at, say, the guy's like 50 in his prime, if he was going at 50, he was going at like Styles and them, man, he was going at Dipset, 100%, them man were all in clubs, all of them, all their cliques and that, Tony Ayo, one of their members would have slapped them. 100% would have slapped Tekashi. You get me? But obviously,
or worse.
Or worse. You get me? Like that's minimum that would have happened. But obviously now he's the guy that's like, I'm the troll, but I'm not a dickhead. Man's got this, man's got that. You get me, man? Man's willing to. My guys are out here. You see what I'm saying? So it's the new school. They know what they're doing, innit? Like with the drill, I like the drill. I can't lie, bro.
Yeah, drill music.
I love the drill.
It's getting a bit of heat right now.
Yeah, it's getting
as all new urban music.
Yeah, because grime got that. Grime got the same thing as what they give in drill now.
As the public are exposed to it.
Yeah.
And if they don't understand it, what's the first thing they're scared of it, innit? They're scared of it, innit? So they're gonna. They
don't have a solution to nothing else.
Hip hop. I'm sure they did it with jazz. I'm sure they did it with you know like that. I'm sure they did it with that.
With reggae now. I remember I was watching one thing about Bob Marley and that, and they were trying to ban Bob Marley. I was saying this the other day. I can't remember who I was saying it to, but they were trying to ban like the Rastas and that. They were saying the Rastas are negative people. They ban this.
Negative connotation.
So even with Bob Marley, they were trying to get Bob Marley. So with the drill thing, it's like alright, cool. Let's be real, innit? There is tunes where man is brushing certain man, and them man that they're brushing is not gonna like it. Yeah, that's simple, innit? Like it's just like any diss tune, innit? And obviously it's a younger generation, innit? And they're a bit different, innit? Like there's a lot of opportunity, but there's not a lot of guidance. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of opportunity for them, but there's not.
Enough guidance,
like you get me? It's a lost generation, innit?
Like they're still finding themselves.
Yeah,
it's dangerous for them nowadays. Because
they don't know because they're advanced, innit? You get me? They grew up advanced. They grew up with certain things. You get me? So they've always been.
They've been advanced in certain areas.
Yeah,
it's a fast world, like.
Yeah.
So the quickest way to get something sometimes is the worst way.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like they've made it popular on TV, like through whatever, innit? Like it just seems like the easiest way. So some people go down that route, innit?
Yeah.
And then you get exposed to this. Sometimes drill comes out of it, but that's a good thing because they're actually in the studio.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Music.
exactly.
And as artists and producers, yeah, like we know, innit, how long it takes, innit, like to even make a song, innit, you get me? Yeah, we know how we can write, we can bang tunes out, but when we're actually working on something, we're working on a project, you get me? It's not like, and all of these guys are doing the same thing, fam. They're marketing themselves properly, bro. You get me? They're on Spotify, they're on Apple, Amazon.
Everything.
You think that they're just like on the road doing that from their phone? No, they're sitting down in the studio and they're with management. They're getting guided. So, do you know what? Yeah, don't run up and down and do that. Come to the studio. You get me? Come and do this.
Come and work.
So all them youths that are in the studio at them time there and doing that
Hours.
for hours at night, yeah, doing their thing, running their ganjas, whatever, yeah.
Nice.
They are off the roads, bruv.
They are not.
That's the youth club. The studio is the new youth club.
But
That's what it
You
is
get me?
nowadays.
Yeah.
It's just so nuts, yeah. That what the thing about Joe that is crazy to me, yeah, is that all the kids and that. Is that when we talk about our favorite rappers and that, we instantly Americans like all of that.
Yeah.
When they say their favorite rappers, it's like it's Heady One.
Yeah.
Or it's Zone 2. Oh,
Yeah.
when we went to that place,
Bro,
all
we
the
went
youths
to
and
this
that.
youth club, yeah. We were doing some, we were doing like a little
Youth
film
club.
thing, innit? Yeah, we were doing some filming and that. And then like there was a guy who came that he worked in the youth club, innit? It was in Southwark, innit? Like in South London, Southwark, yeah, like near Camberwell. It's like where's like
By
near
Camberwell.
Aylesbury Estate and
Yeah,
that.
around there,
So he was round there, he was doing a little filming, and then the guy comes up to us and he goes, can you quickly just come into the youth club and explain to these kids what you're doing? So he's in there. And
Checking the place
yeah, we was
out.
checking the place out. How old are the kids about?
9, 10.
They're about 9 and 10.
10?
About
I
10.
can't even think 10, bro.
But some of them were about
They were younger, bro.
Yeah.
Some of them were younger. The ones we were talking, the one that we spoke to, they were definitely younger than 10.
A man said to them,
100%.
man's just
No,
there
that's
and
the
just say,
thing.
how's the
The one
guy?
that said the madness.
Talking and then they're asking us, do we do music, this and that? And then I goes up to one of them, I think I asked two of them at different times. So who do you listen to? Like, what type of music do you like? No, I said, what type of music do you enjoy, innit? Because obviously they're young, so I'm not thinking they like gang shit. I'm like, what? Like, gang shit, Zone 2. I'm like, whoa.
Gang business.
Yeah, gang business. Gang shit. To me, it sounded the same. Like, gang business. I was like, right. And the way he said it, he wasn't even paying attention to man. He just like, yeah, gang business. Like, Zone 2. Then he went and go check his bedroom. And then after now, man's there now with the next little you, and he's drawing. I'm like, oh, who do you like? Remember, innit?
Yeah.
So what about you? And he said the same thing.
He said Zone.
He said Zone.
That's gang business. Don't worry about that.
He said, don't worry about that. And he's drawing.
So it's nuts, isn't it? Like their favorite rappers, like their favorite rappers are all UK guys. So
Yeah,
now, like
you get
it's
me?
like it's so
Nice,
different.
right?
Like, it's refreshing. Like that's what I like about it, innit? But obviously, authorities and that they don't want to see certain people make money, innit? So,
Yeah, because of the content.
yeah.
Because there's a lot of little kids listening to it, and I can
You
understand.
can understand it when you
But
when you see that,
little
when you
vibes
see that, innit?
on everything, innit? So
But you got to be a smart kid at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, you can play like we were young playing games that it was
Fantastic.
18 rated. It was 18 rated. Like we were doing madnesses, talking about it in school.
I was sneaking into
We're talking
films
about it in
that
school, but we weren't
were
whacking people. Like
see that in the
Like,
cinema,
sneaking
sneaking in the
You're
80s
you're
and
smarter
all
than
that.
that. You're smarter than
it's
that.
true.
So that to blame
Listening to
music.
gangster rap all my life, bro.
So
Yeah.
we've always there's always been that element. So to blame drill music doesn't make no sense
It's-
at the end of the day.
It's such
Can't blame drill
it's such
music
a
for
small it's like that's the end result, innit?
Yeah.
You got to look at what they're rapping about. It's their environment, so you got to go and fix the
Exactly.
environment.
Alright. Because there's money in this, man, and let's get it in it, fam. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Everyone can eat.
Everyone can eat, you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. What projects we got out right now as well, just to end it off.
Yeah,
Obviously-
talk about new school music that are coming up. Like obviously we start with Simmz that they got.
Oh yeah, well my thing.
Yeah.
Social security.
Yeah.
No official date, but we're trying to get it done the next month and a half, innit?
Yeah, you got a video out now as well. And then
Yeah, away out at Link Up TV. I think I'm on 5k now. I hope so. I have to look back. If I'm not, it's a bit mad. But go and support, innit?
Yeah, that's
all
it.
the things still.
I got Dusty Estate, EP, no release date for it yet, but yeah, check out social media as well. Link Up TV out now. You get me?
Hey, don't know.
Pardzz got a project.
Yeah, I've got a little mixtape coming out.
What's
And
it
we've got a
called?
release date for that as well.
That's
Bit
it
today
cool.
with
That's
that.
it cool. That's it
What's it
cool.
called?
Consumers and
Supply.
Suppliers.
Hey.
Volume 1.
Volume 1.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Calm.
Yeah.
Trexx.
Yeah. Got one tape coming out end of this year. It's gonna be a beat tape. Ain't got a name for it yet, but I'm working on few projects. I'm working on everyone's thing still.
Yeah,
So
100%.
it's
That's
gonna be
very
it's a
true.
busy
Involved in
summer.
everything. It's
But don't
Trexx is
worry,
very
RAF.
busy.
Just remember RAF. That's coming still.
Done.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
You get me? OBT still
Oh, yeah,
dining table to the world and back.
Episode 4.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
table 2.
Done.
Yeah, yeah.
Still dining.